What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sneaks back with another video, man. Today, we're gonna do something different today, man. We're gonna be reacting to, does the 2020 Bubble Championship count or not? You know what I'm saying? Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on, and yeah, man. I want to do something different with my channel. I want to start reacting to basketball highlights, football highlights, just sports in general, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all don't know it, but I love sports. Like, I grew up on sports. I played football. I just want to talk about sports and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna do my other content, but I want to do this also on my channel. So if there's no more things to talk about, we're gonna get straight into the video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on, and let's get straight into the video, man.
2020, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA title. We can all agree on that, right? It wasn't some kind of mass hysteria we fell victim to, or some fever dream that we collectively came up with so that we could live in a world where J.R. Smith is a two-time NBA champion. I ask because it's important we establish common ground up front and figure out the facts. Because we've gotten some space from it now, and I think it's a good time to litigate the weirdest NBA championship of all time. So did the 2020 bubble title actually count or what?
What y'all think? Did it count or not, man? Me personally, I'm a LeBron fan, so of course it counted to me. But a lot of people gonna tell you that it doesn't count. But I ain't gonna lie, man. In a regular season, the Lakers was putting BTA. You know what it is? Built ass. They was putting built ass to everybody in the league. Like, I think before COVID happened, I think it was like number one in the West. They just beat the Clippers. Man, we was gonna win championship regardless.
If you have a working internet connection, you know why that question has a little oomph to it. The 2020 finals spawned the phrase Mickey Mouse ring and all subsequent memes that have escaped the realm of sports and permeated their way into the broader internet culture.
If he wasn't LeBron,
it's a reductionist
if he wasn't the Lakers,
disqualified.
that would have counted it.
It
but
means that the thing in question was
inauthentic,
inauthentic, undeserved, rigged, fraudulent, or otherwise fake. The people who tell you that the 2020 championship doesn't count do so with some decent ammunition behind their claim. First, and most obviously, 2020 was a really weird year in general. You know, because of the pandemic, and how the world basically shut down, and how the NBA had to finish their season in a bubble, not letting anyone in or out, playing their games in Orlando at ESPN's facility in Disney World. That was weird. And weird shit happened in the bubble. Announcers were calling games over Zoom. TJ Warren became better than Michael Jordan for a week. Dudes were shot.
I'm not gonna lie, man. TJ Warren's frying people in the bubble, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I know it wasn't no crowd there, but I ain't gonna lie. The bubble basketball was elite basketball. Like, it was peak basketball. Like, you had people dropping 50 points, like, in the same game. Like, I remember Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell went back and forth. That was crazy basketball, man.
Shotgunning beers like they were college kids. And Lou Williams left the bubble and went to a strip club in Atlanta. It was weird all around. Not to mention the election, BLM, the recession, and all of the other stuff going on in the world at large. And as for the Lakers themselves, they had a relatively easy path to the title. After beating the Blazers in the first round, they faced the Rockets and playoff James Harden, which, you know, enough said. A young Nuggets team who made the conference finals because the Clippers are the Clippers and blew a 3-1 lead, and the 5-seeded Heat in the finals. You wouldn't exactly call it a gauntlet in hindsight. So I do totally understand the argument against it. Have I mentioned how weird everything was? It was a championship won in the most atypical situation under circumstances that have no parallel. Who knows what would have happened in a regular NBA playoffs, right? But wait, I hear those clickety-clackety keyboards, those creamy, thwacky keystrokes from the Laker apologists already. Settle down, partner, because I hear you, and even worse, I kind of agree with you. Because the fact is that every other team in the bubble had the same chance as the Lakers. Everybody was on the same playing field. There was quite literally no advantage. Nobody had home court, nobody benefited from an expensive stadium or some luxurious locker room. There was no travel, no fans, and nothing else to do. Every team and player was in that bubble to do one thing: win a championship. For some, like the Heat and the Lakers, that was enough. For others, like the Clippers, it wasn't.
But look at this team, bro. They got Kawhi, Pat Bev, Pandemic P, Montrezl Harrell, and Lou Williams. Now, y'all think this really gonna beat the Lakers, bro? Let's be real. Kawhi can't stay healthy. Pat Bev, come on, we already know about Pat Bev. Pandemic P, Podcast P. Do I need to say more, bro? Lou Williams cold though, but Montrezl Harrell. We had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee.
And don't let old Lemon Pepper Lou fool you. There was no talk in the moment that this championship wouldn't count. The Clippers didn't lose because they were seeing the board from 10,000 feet and decided to pull some master move by not trying. They lost because they're losers. I have a ton of sympathy for the players who went stir crazy or felt uncomfortable in the bubble. They were away from their homes and many of them away from families for weeks and months on end. Sure, they're rich, and sure they were in a resort, but I'm sure it still sucked. However, it was as even a playing field as there has ever been in playoff history. And we got really awesome games and performances that mattered.
Luka.
The teams who seemed to prioritize playoff and championship success and team culture were by and large the ones who had the most success, like the Lakers and the Heat. And today's sponsor, Factor. Are you living under a rock? Get a poke and convenient add-ons. Not just, then I can get a lime. Your next month, and cents. But the 2020 Lakers were a juggernaut. LeBron was the runner-up for MVP, Anthony Davis was first-team everything and the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year, and role players like Kuzma, Alex Caruso, and KCP were huge contributors all year long. When the season stopped, the Lakers had a 49-14 record, a projected 63 win total, a really, really damn good team. They lost a few when they came back to the bubble, having wrapped up the 1 seed, and only finished with a .73 win percentage. Better than other recent champions, like the Raptors, Bucks, Nuggets, 18 and 22 Warriors. And yeah, the Jimmy Butler Heat made the finals as a 5 seed. You've got me there. What a fluke. Wait, what's that? Jimmy Butler took the Heat to the finals again 3 years later as the 8 seed? Huh, I guess it wasn't a fluke. Both teams showed up, we got some great games, and the better team ended up winning.
I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy Butler with no haircut was scary, bro. He was balling out there, man. I don't ever want to see Jimmy Butler again. If he show up in the playoffs this year, I might be scared again.
You know how most final series go? Because let's be real, this whole bubble title Mickey Mouse ring shit is because it's LeBron and the Lakers, right? Like,
I said that, bro. I'm telling y'all, if anybody else would have won the ring, if Curry would have won the ring, y'all would have been like, it's the greatest ring ever. If Paul George and Kawhi would have won it, if Giannis would have won it, if Luke would have won it, y'all wouldn't say nothing. But just because LeBron James and the Lakers, that's why y'all say that shit.
Like 80% of it is because LeBron won another ring, put himself even further up the ladder, and even further established himself next to Jordan, right? And because it was the Lakers, who are really fun to hate and shit on. And this was the perfect opportunity to poke holes in the achievement and downplay it. Like, if the Heat had won, you Mickey Mouse dorks would have never shut up about how the Lakers choked and Miami was just so mentally tough. And sure, LeBron hasn't done himself any favors by filleting himself, talking about how he's the GOAT because this was one of the 2 most difficult championships.
I don't know what this guy talking about, but LeBron's the GOAT. We done with Jordan. Jordan ain't the GOAT. So yeah, let's stop that, please.
Ever. It only further incentivizes the people that already don't like him to discredit the ring and act like it doesn't count. Those dorks are wrong.
I hate Skip Bayless. I'm not gonna lie, when LeBron retired, y'all, Skip Bayless is cooked. Like, he's done. Stephen A. Smith, he's cooked. Y'all see what he did, Stephen A. I don't even want to talk about him.
The bubble title counts. But how much does it count?
I'm so sorry.
Rachel! It count a lot.
Everyone wants to know, what's your secret for yet another?
It's a good question, because not every championship is created equal. Yes, they're all important, and they all matter, but some of them matter more than others. Some of them carry a certain amount of weight to them. So how much does this one weigh? We've already established what someone who doesn't like LeBron would say. Someone from Boston or Chicago or any other team in the East who is good in the last 20 years. They'll tell you it doesn't weigh jack shit. And if you ask one of those sickos with a Stan account who defend him like it's their job and act like they're a PR firm, they'll tell you that it definitively made him the GOAT and that it was the most difficult thing an athlete has ever done. But you're asking me? You want to know what I think? Oh, thank you, you little scamp. Well, I think on the spectrum of how much you like LeBron, I come down on the side that likes LeBron. Not as much as LeBron does, mind you, but I think it's another major accomplishment on the resume of perhaps the greatest player of all time. It's not leading the resume though. I don't have a list of the heaviest, most weighty championships ever, but if I did, this one would be in the top, 75th percentile. It's not 84 or 98, it's certainly no 2016. And of all the championships that have ever been won, this is the championship that deserves an asterisk. Not because it was easy, and not to say that it doesn't count, but because the bubble was just so different from anything else that happened before. And isn't that what an asterisk is supposed to signify? That this one is different? When the finals was over, more than anything, it felt like a sigh of relief that the NBA had a champion and everyone got to go home. There were no fans, there was no parade. There wasn't that big feeling of catharsis that makes a championship resonate and matter and stick in our heads. That's one of the biggest reasons that sports succeed and are interesting. We get wrapped up in the stories and the mythology and the action and the strategy, but without the people there to feel it and celebrate it, a little bit of the stuff that makes it special gets lost. Yes, the 2020 championship counted. Yes, it added to the greatness of LeBron and AD and all the other Lakers, including and especially J.R. Smith.
Oh boy, J.R.
It is a meaningful accomplishment that does and will stand the test of time. We can put all those arguments to bed. But it can't be overstated or forgotten that that championship was also pretty damn weird.
Alright, chat, so how y'all feel about it? Me personally, like I said, if it had been anybody else, y'all would have been like, this the greatest ring ever, this and that. But it's because LeBron James and his Lakers, y'all don't want to count it, man. It counted, bro. I don't care how y'all think about it. And another thing I want to say is, bro, they had no distractions. They didn't go nowhere. All they had to do was hoop. They wake up and hoop. Wake up and hoop. They ain't got to go home. They ain't got to travel like dude said. All they doing is hooping. So what was the excuse? I get you can't see your family. Okay, but you rich. It's not like your accounts are frozen. It's not like your family out here struggling. Like they staying home in the house and they got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Me personally, that was it. Hey, they won championship and it is what it is. They had the best record in the NBA. Like, I'm telling y'all, they was putting belts to ass, y'all. Like, they beat the Bucks and then they beat the Clippers. I think they played the Bucks like that Friday, or it was like a weekend game. Then they went and played the Clippers, and then that's when COVID happened. Like, I don't know, man, but hey, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Do y'all think the championship counted or not? But anyway, man, it's been your boy Sneaks. Like, comment, subscribe, turn post notifications on, smash that like button, and I'm out. This guy, man. Love y'all. Keep supporting.